Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Today's video, we're going to talk about, is there a worldwide famine coming? Now, the answer to that, and I know a lot of you know, is yes. We all see the signs of various things around the world happening with food, bringing starvation and a heavy food crisis to this country coming soon. Now, with us, we probably have, and I mean soon, with us, we probably have about a year or so before the hammer really drops on that food crisis. But in other parts of the world, they're going to be experiencing this very soon. Now, 15% of all global calories come from rice and wheat. A third of that wheat comes from Russia and Ukraine. And right now, Russia is blocking export of that said wheat, from the Ukraine and from Russia. So a lot of these other countries, especially countries that are allies with us or allies with NATO, are going to feel this effect. With the mixture of fertilizer shortage as well, that means less crops are going to be grown around the world. So we are undoubtedly going to see we're going to see Ethiopia or Somalia, the starvations we saw with those people in that country, times 1,000. Other countries are going to be able to fend for themselves. Other countries are going to adapt. But other countries will not be able to adapt because they were solely dependent on that wheat. Some countries are solely dependent on the fertilizers to grow that wheat. So there's going to be less food production around the world, creating a bigger issue for those people, and even us on a smaller end. We might see certain food products that we got here, we'll probably no longer see, probably by summer, the end of this year. Over the last 3 years, we've seen hunger and famine increase across the world, right? If a lot of us who have been paying attention, we watch Ice Age Farmer, we've watched other prepper channels, you guys have been paying attention to this shit that's been happening around the world because they've been reporting it. Now, most of America either doesn't care or just not aware of it. I'm going to go with they don't care because it's not affecting them. But as we're watching this food crisis go on, guys, here's the kicker. The food crisis, guys, is going to get worse. That means we're probably going to have an influx of more immigrants, if you will, leaving their country to come here because we have so much food. Now, we are in ourselves going to see a food shortage as well. Probably not as bad as other places in the world, but we're going to see it as well because we have a fertilizer shortage here in the United States. Therefore, a lot of farmers are also going to be growing less food. We also have farms shutting down left and fucking right. We have farms that had already, before shutting down, decreased the production of foods that they were producing. So, with all of this going on, guys, we're going to be seeing a food shortage as well. Again, not as bad as other places in the world, but if other places start sending their hungry to this country, then we're soon going to be running out of food. Not soon, but we will be running out of food if we start feeding everyone else. Now, we are also, because Americans, we're also going to be sending food to those starving countries or towns or cities or wherever it is. We'll be sending food to them as well. So again, guys, a food shortage on this end, we'll probably see it on a lighter version of it, though you still keep preparing, you still keep putting food away, you still keep putting those canned goods, freeze-dried goods, hell, start canning like I've been doing. Can your shit and put it away, because we're definitely going to see something in regards to food in this country get pretty bad. But again, not as bad as those overseas. Now, as far as wheat goes for this country here in the United States, we get our wheat from the top three states, North Dakota, Kansas, and Montana. We also get a majority of our shit from Canada as well. And back in 2019, Nigeria and Egypt were also two great imports. We got our imports of wheat, from Nigeria and Egypt back in 2019. I didn't see anything for 2020, 2021, but we are getting imports from other places as well. But being that we have our own wheat production here in the United States, we also get from Canada. Now, the 3 states I named were not the only states. There are numerous states throughout the United States that produce wheat, but they're the top 3 states in the United States. Then Canada, being again our neighbor, also giving us wheat as well. So we should be okay. We shouldn't have a problem like other people will. But because I feel like there's a food problem, a serious food problem coming outside of the fertilizer issue, we should still do what we do, and that's store food away. Compounding the food problem around the world, guys, is the fuel situation. The fuel situation's also adding to the food production problem. We're going to see that here as well. That's why I said that we're going to see a problem, but not as bad as other places. But we're definitely probably going to see less produce and shit like that on the supermarket probably later this year. I know some people are saying they're seeing it now, and they still haven't recovered from last year, the year before with COVID and shit. So if you're still seeing a problem, then it's probably going to get worse for your area. Right now, we are not seeing that big of a problem here in New York, other than smaller potatoes, smaller carrots, way smaller cauliflower, and shittier looking produce as well here in the city. But we still have, I would say, an abundance of said produce. So with that, guys, because we see this coming, we still prepare. We still do what we do. We shouldn't take our eye off the ball. Again, with all the Ukraine and Russia shit and World War III, if it happens, it happens. But we need to focus on other things that are probably going to affect us way before that happens. And if that happens tomorrow, well, then I take back what I said. But we should definitely be focusing on the problems that are going to affect us a little sooner than later. All right, guys, so other than that, this is the Angryprepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to the Angryprepper Fitness channel, which is my new channel, the Angry Truths channel, which is my political rant channel, and then the Angry Lensman channel, which is my photography channel, which, by the way, by the end of this year, I might be letting go if I don't see any movement in the channel, or interest, rather. All right, guys, thank you for watching.